Hey everybody, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your co-host AD. Let's get right into these stories. So, this week's most significant hip-hop conversation has included Gucci Mane and Jeezy and their upcoming Verzuz battle. Despite their long history of beef, Gucci Mane seemed fully committed to his battle with Jeezy. Some fans seem to be worried about what may ensue during the event, especially since both rappers will be face-to-face in the same room and flashes of the old Gucci have emerged right before our eyes. Both rappers have fired playful, even a little bit disrespectful shots at each other. Gucci stirred things up, sharing a meme that referenced the infamous shooting of Pookie Loke. In the caption, he made sure to add several laughing emojis. He continued to troll Jeezy in a promo video posted to his Instagram. In the video, Gucci runs down a grassy hill straight at the camera and clowns Jeezy for his fashion choices, specifically Jeezy sporting a black beret and turtleneck on his new album cover. In the meantime, Jeezy has been using the battle as leverage to promote his upcoming project, The Recession 2, and even dropped a new single, Therapy for My Soul, where he addresses his issues with 50 Cent and Freddie Gibbs. Shortly after the song dropped, Freddie Gibbs flooded social media with jabs at Jeezy, sharing his thoughts on the Verzuz battle. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out there and say this, and I say this as a fan, not necessarily as an unbiased hip-hop commentator, but Gucci Mane is going to rip Jeezy's heart out of his chest in this battle and eat it, and he's gonna have blood running down his face. I'm sorry, but Jeezy's just, it's not gonna work. Like, Gucci Mane is my hero for a long time. And I really truly believe that his catalog, if he comes correct during this whole battle, it's not going to be fair, and I don't think it's going to be good for Jeezy. I think that Jeezy needs this battle a lot more than Gucci, and I don't think he's going to come out of this looking any better than he looks right now.
Jeezy has a lot of mainstream hits.
The thing is, okay, I agree that he has a bunch of mainstream hits. The thing is, with these Verzuz battles, you have to really play some fire shit. A lot of the mainstream stuff is not really gonna affect the crowd at home in the same way.
No,
and I know
the realest nigga in it. You already know, one Trapper of the Year, third time in a row.
Right, but this is my thing, is I don't think that stuff has aged as well as a lot of people remember, because most people like myself haven't listened to that shit in like 10 plus years.
Every club I go to.
Do they?
Especially down south.
I don't think Jeezy's legacy has aged even close to as well as Gucci's has. Gucci has grown into a position in his career where he's just treated with a certain reverence. I feel like the rap game in a lot of ways, and I don't want to say this, but I think it's true, I feel like the rap game has kind of left Jeezy behind in a lot of ways. He doesn't get talked about like the legend that he actually is due to the popularity of his music, and I think part of that, honestly, it's been a long time thing, but I think that there's been a little bit of like a 50 Cent Ja Rule thing with Gucci and Jeezy, where people kind of view Gucci as the victor in their whole battle, and Jeezy kind of gets slid down the totem pole in a way.
I think Jeezy just took his talent somewhere else. He was trying to be, more of a businessman and stuff like that. He really wasn't focused on the music. Because when's the last time we got an album from him, really?
But he does put out albums, but people don't react to him. People don't care as much, which you could say the same for Gucci to a certain extent. His music definitely doesn't get celebrated the way it used to. But I feel like in terms of like a street respect or like a rap industry sort of like respect, Gucci just gets so much more praise at this point. And I think this is the other main thing, is that Gucci's already shown that he's going to treat this battle like some UFC shit. He's going to come out, he's going to make jokes about your dead homie that he apparently killed.
If Gucci plays that, oh my God.
Do you think there's a conversation going on behind the scenes to say like, hey, you know the song where he clowns my dead homie that he killed? Like, you can't play that. I mean, that, he's already joking around about it. It's insane.
When Gucci posted the meme, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, they going to be in the same room? This is going to be in the
same room. And you know that, same room. Yo, how crazy is the security going to be? How many people are they going to be allowed to roll in with each of them? Like, what is the metal detector situation going to be like? Will the COVID restrictions be respected? There are so many questions that need to be answered. I'm going to watch this one live. I haven't watched any of these live yet.
Now, I just seen, shout out to Murder Mook. Murder Mook had a battle, which was controversial. This nigga Drake, DM this nigga, was like, it was amazing. It was just them two.
Right.
And everybody else, because of COVID, was watching that shit from there.
Oh, really?
So maybe they may do it like it's just them two. And kind of like somebody referencing the situation. Because I can't see people's entourages, especially if that song gets played and niggas is just cool with it and shutting up.
I feel like especially if Gucci feels like there is any extent to which he might be taking the L, that he is going to get so disrespectful, so ridiculously disrespectful, that I don't know that Jeezy's just going to be able to stand there and smile and take it like it's all good. I mean, we are sort of also seeing Gucci do the more playful dissing, making fun of what he was wearing on his album cover, whatever. But as soon as you start talking about a dead homie that you apparently killed, I mean, shit is super serious, and I feel like this is going to be the most WWE, the most ridiculous, over-the-top battle.
This is
part of history.
This is going to be this probably break numbers for the Verzuz, and they always break their numbers. But this one right here, I'm anxious to see.
Same.
And I know people that are like meeting up and going places today to watch that. So I'm definitely going to be in attendance.
I'm going to be watching for sure.
Yeah. Next story. New details about Boosie's shooting incident have recently been reported. Boosie was shot in the leg last weekend during a trip to Dallas to pay respect to the late rapper Mo3. According to several hip-hop news outlets, Boosie is still in the hospital recovering from his gunshot wound, but is suffering from complications in his leg where he was shot due to his diabetes. Reports are stating his leg might need to be amputated. This new information is not true and contradicts Boosie's update on his Instagram story recently, assuring fans, "I'm good," adding, "I appreciate all the happy birthday wishes and get well soon wishes. I love y'all." TMZ came through with the correct details Thursday morning, reporting he did not get his foot amputated. Contrary to the rumors, but he did have a couple of surgeries for his gunshot wound. Sources close to Boosie tell the outlet Boosie went under the knife after getting shot in the leg, but surgeons didn't remove his foot or leg. He's already home from the hospital.
So last night, I got a phone call from DJ Vlad about 11 p.m. Doesn't normally call me at night. I knew it was important. He said, "Hey, where did you hear that Boosie was getting his leg amputated?" I was like, "What? Boosie's getting his leg amputated?" I realized that one of the No Jumper staff members had posted this on the Instagram, and Vlad had been trying to confirm it because he had heard the same rumor. It turns out now it's not true. But I think what does seem pretty clear is that Boosie is not in great spirits right now, because normally Boosie, through everything, you will still see him on social media, you will still see him joking around, you'll still see him having a good time. And the fact that we haven't heard really almost anything since he got shot, I think is indicative of the fact that his health is definitely in jeopardy right now, and that he's really concerned with that. Not to mention how insulting and how disrespected you must feel when you're literally out of state in, essentially like a pretty like hood area, showing respect to a local hood legend in the form of Mo3, who he had a really close relationship with, and apparently the tension was so strong that somebody felt the need to clap at him outside a fucking mall. I mean, this is an insane scenario.
Dallas is crazy. Texas is crazy, period, right
You
now.
were in Texas this weekend, and I was worried. I'm like, you're the only out-of-town rapper in Texas who didn't get shot.
I talked about that on the show yesterday, too.
Right.
I was like, Adam texted me like, "I'm concerned for you."
Right.
I'm like,
don't go to any Walmarts, any malls.
and you know what's crazy? Pun went to the Walmart.
Did he?
Yes.
Well, hopefully he didn't have his chain on or none.
No.
Right.
But, on the touchdown, I had to make a few calls, couple of the rap homies, drop me off some Blammy packs, please.
Right.
Because I wasn't gonna play around.
No, definitely. In terms of Boosie, though, I just really hope that he keeps his leg. I was really thinking about this tonight. I'm like, man, like he could definitely get a fake foot and probably have it work pretty good. But if they shot him above the knee and you have to have all that reconstructed, I mean, that either way, that's gonna really hurt to see Boosie walking around with a fake leg, if that were to happen. But I mean, either way, it sounds like the situation's messed up enough that he's probably going to be dealing with a lot of health issues.
I'll be very upset.
Right.
Especially he has a loose as a goose dance. You remember that?
No.
Loose as a goose. Don't get me started. Oh, you got to watch that.
Hey, my daughter has Boosie's birthday?
She does?
Yeah.
Are you going to say your daughter's name?
No, that's not public information yet. But my daughter has the same birthday as Boosie, and Boosie.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Boosie got shot the same day that my daughter was born. So, I mean,
history.
Historic day. Get well soon, Boosie, man. Final story. So King Von's death is still taking a toll on his family and many of his loved ones. Earlier this week, his family reportedly held a private funeral with close friends in attendance to lay King Von to rest. Now his family has released an official statement on his Instagram account. The post includes a picture of King Von with his children in the caption and the words, "Long live King Von." Thank you to everyone who has shown their outpouring of love for King Von. You all played a massive role in Von's legacy, and by continuing to play his music and sharing your stories about how he has inspired and influenced you all, you're keeping his legacy legacy alive. To celebrate Vaughn's artistry, vision, and the immense love that he had for his fans, we will continue his rollout of Welcome to O Block while working to share unreleased music and interviews that he has devoted his creativity into completing. Vaughn had also been working on new endeavors that we will be announcing down the line. Love, Vaughn's family and team. According to Vaughn's manager Track, Vaughn owned all of his masters, so his royalties will be going to his family. Posthumously, Vaughn received his highest charting album debut with Welcome to O Block. The album debuted at number 13 on Billboard charts and is currently sitting in the top 5. Rest in peace, King Vaughn. Okay, YouTube, thank you very, very much for tuning in. Please do us a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back real soon with more info. Appreciate y'all.